Over 50 birds within arm's reach. Simulated temperatures. A first of its kind. Get ready to embrace the cold in the Penguin and Puffin Coast at the St. Louis Zoo. What is going on, everybody? Zoo Guide Zach here, back at my personal favorite facility, behind SeaWorld. No long intros this time. The Penguin and Puffin Coast opened in 2003, and subscribe. In order for me to cover the zoos you request, I kinda need this page to blow up. That's all I will say for now, because along the way, I'll explain what makes this exhibit so special. If my previous videos didn't make you want to visit the place after watching them, I promise this one will. Carved into the grottos and settled directly in between the newly revamped bear enclosures, yes, we'll get to those, is our first stop, the Humboldt Haven. Home to an abundance of threatened, you guessed it, Humboldt penguins. Apparently brown pelicans were recently in here, but I didn't see them on both of my visits. This little corner is a depiction of rugged shores along the west coastline of South America. There's multiple nesting chambers chiseled into the wall, and plunging down into the misty pool is a 22-foot tall waterfall. It's a nice entrance exhibit, not necessarily for the design, but I like that the Penguin and Puffin Coast displays oceanic birds of multiple climates, as a way to show that while every penguin lives in the southern hemisphere, not all have to deal with harsh temperatures. So speaking of which, let's go inside to the beautiful line. Yeah, it's a small area, so during the summer, depending on what time you get there, there's going to be an actual way to see more penguins. Sometimes you're not even allowed in the building until it clears out a bit, which, if you're waiting outside, the view isn't so bad. It's worth mentioning that people also come in here to escape the unbearable heat, because it's always a cool 45 degrees Fahrenheit. When you actually get to your desired destination after all the pushing and shoving, all that anticipation is paid off. Welcome to the Penguin Cove. It's absolutely gorgeous. The crap-covered rocks, the few but vibrant colors from the birds that match the warm tone of the lighting, and the cloudy sky that, if you notice, is actually a dome. According to the zoo's website, it can be used to simulate a colorful sunrise and sunset, depending on the season. This cove is complete with more rugged coastlines, towering rockscapes that define the barriers, and, of course, underwater viewings. With penguins on both sides of the same path, this actually made it North America's first walk-through cold-weather penguin habitat. Yeah, the name is a bit of a stretch to sound unique, but I believe only 3 other facilities around the world mimic the setup. Could be wrong, but that number is still very low. Anyways, the species lineup includes the chubby Gentoo penguins. As mentioned in a previous video, they are the fastest bird in the sea, swimming up to 22 miles per hour. There's also the southern rockhopper, and another thing that makes this exhibit so special is if you look at these guys and the environment they're in, knowing their name, you get the feeling that they'll jump into your space with ease. Apparently that actually happens sometimes. In fact, every bird in the building could easily escape. Which brings me to the Penguin Cove's last animal, which is also the building's tallest, the king penguin. I know that it's amazing just to get close to any wild animal, but to get within an inch of a king penguin, I don't know. It's just an experience that really stands out from the rest. Oh yeah, and on my top 10 favorite zoos video, I stated that if you ever wanted to get splashed by a penguin, which I don't know why you'd want to, but regardless, St. Louis is the place to go. And the birds did not fail to show that off once again. Last thing I have to say about this cove and its open environment, yeah, it's common to hear, I guess you could say, an outdoor penguin's call. But these cold-weathered birds are usually silenced by glass, so it's not every day you get to hear this. Moving on, through this archway is the Puffin Bay. Similar environment, somewhat similar birds, but unlike those birds, these are animals of the northern world. Again, it's complete with rocky cliffs all around, nesting caverns, frigid temperatures, and underwater views, all under a sky-disguised dome. There's the horned puffin and the lesser-known tufted puffin, along with the more unique creature of the building, the striking king eider. I do believe these birds are free to fly. Yes, I know these birds can naturally fly, but considering their environmental circumstances of the open design, I question it. In the other room, the best experience you'll get in there is being splashed by a penguin. So why not a puffin? On behalf of the only guy that works for this channel, thank you for watching some penguins with me. I hope my statement remains true, that after watching this, you do want to see the exhibit for yourself. Next time we're in St. Louis, we'll leave off from the Penguin and Puffin Coast exit, because this is immediately within view. Be sure to subscribe, check out more tours, and try your best to answer this episode's trivia question. Have a nice day.